Welcome back, North Country soccer fans, to the George Brendler Field between this big NBAC matchup between the Lions of Elizabethtown Lewis and the Eagles of Chazy. Chazy will be going from your left to right. They're in their white uniforms, green lettering. Elizabethtown Lewis will be going from your right to left. They're in their all green uniforms, white stripes and white lettering. And Joe, who are the officials for tonight's game?
This evening we have Randy Labarge.
Randy Lozier.
Oh, excuse me, Randy Lozier and Denny Labarge.
Denny Labarge.
Excuse me, sorry about that, Denny.
And it will be Elizabethtown Lewis taking the ball here, starting the game. The ball is passed back to the defense to number 22, LaRock. LaRock has it knocked away by Lauren. Lauren doing a nice job trying to get to the ball. And the ball is being pushed up toward midfield. It goes off the chest of Tregan. It goes now to the foot of Reba. Reba switches fields all the way over to Gay. Gay pushes it up to Snide. Snide at midfield trying to work his way into Chazy or Elizabethtown territory. He pushes it back to midfield near sideline over to Tregan. Tregan trying to keep it into play. He does. It's Tregan with the ball working his way downfield, halfway down Elizabethtown Lewis end, and he gives it up over to number 7, which would be Hunter. Is it Hunter?
Dominic.
Yes. Hunter Dominic with the ball. And it's pushed back by Elizabethtown. It goes out of bounds, so throwing about 10 yards into Elizabethtown territory. And it's Tregan going down the line trying to find Lauren. It goes off Lauren's chest. He gives it up to Dominic. Dominic working his way toward the far corner. It's Dominic, and it's defensively number 9.
Nice work.
He sends it across the middle, and it's in the box. And there's a shot by Barrier. It deflects off the Elizabethtown defense out of bounds, so a throw in here for
nice work
Chazy.
by Dominic right off the bat to turn that corner on the defense. If he can do that tonight, they're going to have a lot of success.
Well, here's a throw in by Dominic over to Barrier. And the ball's cleared out by number 15, Hooper. Hooper sends it to midfield, but it's Nathan Reynolds there. He has plenty of time. He's surveying the situation. He just sends it right up to McCarthy. McCarthy about halfway into Elizabethtown territory. He pushes it all the way back to midfield to Reba. Reba comes to the near sideline. Coming up is Tregan. Tregan now one-times it up to Hunter Dominic. Dominic on the near sideline has the ball, has a couple defenders there from Elizabethtown. Number 7, Scaglione and Mowry fighting for the ball. And it is Mowry. Scaglione takes down Mowry.
Takes down Dominic, yeah.
Dominic. So Dominic will get a free kick, and coming over to take the kick is Barrier.
Barrier, the workhorse. Barrier takes all the corner kicks and all the direct kicks and indirect kicks for the Eagles. You're going to hear his name called a lot tonight, it looks like.
And setting up for the kick right now is Jordan Barrier. And he sends it into the box, and it goes through everybody. And it is Pelton. That would be a handball on Pelton.
Yeah.
And it was Barrier against Elizabethtown down in Willsboro the other day, 2 days ago. Had a beautiful shot from about 25 yards out, upper left, to give Chazy that early 1-0 lead.
That's what makes them dangerous, and Coach McCullough relies on them a lot. Chazy's looking like they're having their way with E-Town right now. They're just moving the ball at will.
Right now, Chazy is controlling the play, and it is Lauren trying to get it to McCarthy, but it's cleared out by number 3, Cortland Mowry. He sends it up trying to get onto the foot of Brody Hooper, but it's controlled by Gay. Gay pushes it up over to Snide. Snide over to Reba. Reba into E-Town territory. He comes to the near sideline over to Tregan. Tregan pushes it back over to Reba, so Chazy doing a good job controlling the midfield, and it goes all the way over to Pelton. Pelton pushes it back over to Gay. Gay has it, gives it up to Reba, just inside E-Town territory. Back to Barrier. Barrier comes back into Chazy territory over to Tregan. Tregan now into E-Town territory. Near sideline, working his way down about halfway down. Pushes it to the open space. Giving chase is Dominic. And the ball's cleared back out, and it's Tregan. Tregan trying to get to the ball, and now it's Mowry. Mowry coming down with some nice speed, but deflects it up over to off of Barrier. And it's controlled by, I can't get the number right now, but it's controlled by the Lions. And it is now Reba into Chazy territory. He'll look to clear it up to midfield. He does. Giving chase is McCarthy. And a big booming kick into Chazy territory, but it's Reynolds heading the ball to the midfield to Barrier. Barrier heads it up to trying to find Snide, and stepping up is Lauren. Lauren does a nice job controlling the ball at midfield. It's Lauren with the ball going all the way over to Gay. Gay now into E-Town territory, trying to find Lauren. That goes off the defensive number 9, Hunter Mowry. Mowry on the counterattack. He sends it up too far ahead of Hooper, and there is Reba. Reba gets it up to Gay. Gay trying to go to midfield, and it is Mowry. Mowry now sending a long kick into Austin Santor. He makes the play, but when the ground's wet, that thing would have stopped short, Joe. It could have skipped.
That's what happens.
You got to be careful on a wet field.
That's what happens on a wet field, and Hayden Gay's got to get over these nerves. You can't. I know he's a freshman. He will get better. He's just got to make a few smarter plays. and I'm sure he will.
He'll mature as the year goes on.
Oh, no doubt. He's only a freshman and a good freshman.
And Tregan sends a big booming kick into E-Town territory, but nobody's there for Chazy, and it's controlled by the defense of Elizabethtown, sent back to midfield, controlled by Tregan, just into E-Town territory, up to Lauren. Lauren one times it up to Barrier. Barrier with the ball, has some space. He's looking around trying to find somebody. It's almost like E-Town's in a zone defense, and it's pushed out to the corner to Domini. Domini trying to get the ball, but stepping up his Barrier. He pushes it up over to Snide. Snide with the ball crosses the field all the way over to Gay, and it's Gay now sends the ball into the box, and it's cleared right back out, and stepping up is Reba. Reba into the offensive end here for Chazy. Comes to the near sideline over to Tregan. Chazy going from left to right. Big booming high kick toward the goalie. And it goes off his hands, but he's there to get it. So Tregan did a nice job serving it in toward the net.
Yeah, you're watching the Eagles. If you can visualize this, they're moving the ball at will. Elizabethtown had the one crack at Santor, but it was from about 40 yards out. But the Eagles are looking really good here this afternoon.
Lauren is controlling the ball at midfield right now. He has, to his left, he has Barrier. He also has Snide, but he still has the ball. He pushes it back to Snide. Now Snide will work the ball up. He's looking around. He switches up over to Barrier at midfield. He sends it all the way back over to,
smart play.
All the way back. It's going to Santor. Santor now one time to the near sideline over to Tregan. Does a nice job trapping the ball. Nobody on him. He now goes into the E-Town territory. Sends a long pass up to Lauren. Lauren slips, and now it's controlled by Mallory. It is Hunter Mowry with the ball for E-Town, sends it into Chazy territory, and it's number 15, Hooper. Hooper loses the ball, stepping up is Domini. Domini gets it up over to Lauren. Lauren back to Domini. Good give and go here from the Eagles. Domini trying to get into the 18. It was all ball. He goes down. It was no call. Good no call. Controlled here by the Lions, and it goes off of number 7. Lou Scaglione. I wonder if that's the brother of, was it Ben Scaglione?
Yeah, Ben, the former player for Elizabethtown.
One of the better players come out of the ranks of Elizabethtown.
Yeah, he's a good player a few years ago.
And it's Tregan with the ball from the throw-in. He's got some space. He now serves it. Nobody's there. That ball will skip on the goalie. Ooh. And up to the task was the goalie for Austin Morris. And he does a nice job corralling the ball. He'll work his way to the 18, and a big booming punt just short of midfield. Bounces into Chazy territory. Hooper's there. Challenging Pelton. Hooper controls the ball. He gets it up over to White. White has it knocked away. Now it's controlled by Snide. He's into E-Town territory about midfield. He's now halfway into E-Town territory. Good speed. He loses the ball, and it's into the open space. Coming up to the ball is Barrier. Barrier turns around. Nobody on him. And again, Joe, it looks like E-Town's playing a zone defense.
What they're giving Chazy is too much respect. And they're giving him way too much respect. They're 5 yards off the ball. I mean, they're not going after it at all. They're more afraid of making a mistake, it looks like, than trying to really put anything together.
Well, Chazy has been dominating this game, at least definitely between the 18s for sure. And it is now into Chazy territory. It is Nathan Reynolds who pushed it up over to Reba. Reba has a lot of space. He'll now kick it up to Lauren. Lauren about halfway into Elizabethtown territory, working his way toward the 18. It's Lauren with some nice speed. He's into the box, trying to get a shot off. Defensively, it was number 3, Mowry was there. And that would have been Cortland Mowry.
No!
And it goes off of Chazy, and Randy Lozier says off of Chazy. So it will be a goal kick here for Elizabethtown.
Good movement by Chazy. We've been mentioning that Elizabethtown really hasn't put anything together. We have 32 minutes left in this first half. And Elizabethtown, I don't think they put together 3 passes in a row in Chazy's zone. So they're giving Chazy a lot of respect. And you could see that when you were just calling Lauren's name. He beat a couple of guys, tried to get the shot off. And Lauren's not the only one that can do that. McCarthy can also do it. Chazy has a number of threats.
But right now the ball is at midfield, and it is controlled by Elizabethtown. It's Hunter Mowry with some good speed going through the defense. It's Mowry working his way, looking to get a shot off. And he does. He drills it wide left. So Mowry had his way coming into the Chazy defense, and the Chazy defense didn't collapse on him, and he got that shot off.
I think Mowry's just getting sick of being in his own zone. Just he came right out, and he's going to take this.
You saw the afterburners come on there.
He was going. You can see the speed on it.
And it is Reynolds kicking the ball up toward midfield, headed off by Snide, and it's onto the foot of Lauren. Lauren controlling at midfield. It's Lauren. He has Snide to his left. He pushes it all the way up to Pelton. Pelton halfway through. One times it back to Lauren. Lauren with the ball. Gets by 1 player, 2 players. He's working to the 18. Trying to push up to McCarthy. The nice defensive play by the defense of Elizabethtown to knock it out. And they're on the counterattack. It's Brody Hooper at midfield. Hooper being challenged by Gay. He sends it up trying to find number 8, Denton. Zach Denton working his way down, and he gets by the defense of Chazy, but stepping up is coming over from the sweeper position is
Reynolds.
Nathan Reynolds, and knocks it to midfield, but now it's controlled by Elizabethtown. Ball comes over to the near sideline. It's Domney, one times it back to Barrier. Barrier now working his way to midfield, pushes it up over to McCarthy. McCarthy trying to send a through ball over to Lauren, but defensively Elizabethtown there by Maury. Kicks it up, controlled by Snide. Snide with some good speed, working to the 18, trying to get a shot off. It's Snide, rips a shot.
Ooh, what a save.
Save by Austin Morris. That was a
Still ball live right here.
quality opportunity for the Eagles, and stepping up to the task was the goalie for Elizabethtown, Austin Morris.
Good job by Snide.
Shots on net favor Chazy 3-2 right now. We have no score at the 30-minute mark here in the first half. Ball controlled by the Eagles, and it is Reynolds, a booming kick, trying to find Lauren. It goes over the head of Lauren, and it's picked up by number 19, Fallenshield. And it's just cleared out of bounds about 10 yards into Elizabethtown territory. Taking the throw in for Chazy will be Tregan. And John Tregan sends it up to Lauren. Lauren with the ball. He loses it to number 9. It's Hunter Maury. Maury now cleared into Chazy territory, and it is Reynolds back there. Actually, it was Justin Lapierre. Thank you, Joe. It was not Austin Morris. It was Justin Lapierre with the save. So they give credit where it's due.
He made a great one on that.
He made a great save. So my mistake on that is Justin Lapierre is the goalie.
Nice move.
And the ball is Dominic. He's in Chazy territory. Next move, he's working his way down the end line. It's 7-on-7. Ball's cleared out. He's
Oh, yeah!
What a pass!
You know,
And that goes
Hunter
to
Domini made a beautiful move right there.
beautiful move. He got by number 7, Scaglione. They were
yeah.
shoulder to shoulder.
Well, you know, I talked about that right off the bat in the game. If he's going to have success turning that defense like that, it's going to cause him some real problems, and it just did.
So Domini, that good workman-like effort at 29-11 mark. It was Lauren from Domini. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that was a great move by Domini. You know, second time he's turned that corner. You can turn a corner on the defense like that, you're going to create all kinds of good opportunities for your team. And it's just it was a great move by Domini. You know, he's inserted into the starting lineup here.
Welcome back to the George Brenler Field. If you're just joining us, Chazy has a 1-0 lead.
Here's
There's a
trouble.
long pass coming off the line is Santor, and Santor gets to the ball. So a nice potential opportunity for Elizabethtown to counteract that goal they just gave up a couple minutes ago at the 29-11 mark. And it is Tregan at midfield. He gives it up to Barrier over to Lauren. Lauren with the ball. Chazy does a good job with the possession, the one touches, Joe.
That's what they do. And you know, tonight you get a messy night, slippery tonight. Sometimes it's good to take that extra touch just to get control of the ball. You can't really ping pong it around like normal because it is wet and slick.
Well, Lauren over to Snide. Snide at just outside the 18. He's trying to get to the ball. He pushes it back. It's Barrier with the ball. He comes over to the near sideline with Domini, who did a wonderful job getting the ball to Lauren to get that goal. Nice assist by Domini. Domini again getting by Scaglione. It's Domini sending it back across. And there's another shot.
Oh, yeah!
And it's Lauren again.
Same kind of play.
Same play.
Beautiful.
Domini Lauren. It was like an
Wow.
instant replay. And at 27:42, it's Lauren from Domini. And just like that, Chazy goes 2 up. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, Hometown Radio, WIRY, wirery.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Domini doing some great work.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Hey, you can keep doing that. I'm going to do Calvin Vision, man. I got loyalties. You know, I'm a loyal kind of person. I'm a Democrat.
Hey, come on!
It's not all about money. Ow!
Welcome back, North Country soccer fans, to this miserable night here at the George Brenler Field. It's wet, it's damp, it's cold, it's everything in between. But what is nice, if you're a Chazy fan, they're up 2-0. 2 goals by Brandon Lauren on 2 assists. Workman-like efforts by Hunter Domini.
Everything is cold and wet around here. Yeah, I should say cold, but the Chazy team. Hunter Domini tearing up they're going to have to do something to try to figure him out because he's just having a great evening. You know, I mentioned it earlier. It's 2 out of 3 times great opportunities, and 2 times they scored. So, here comes some rough stuff.
And
Always got to have that. Unfortunately, that's there's no real room for that, and a little frustration on E-Town's part.
I think so. There is a foul on the far side. To give you an idea, it's Chazy's going from left to right. It's the far corner. There was a push on the defense of Elizabethtown, Cortland Mowry, on Brandon Lauren, and there was a little scuffle that ensued, but quickly Lozier was there and he cleared that up. So the kick comes in, and Chazy trying to get another shot out.
Wow.
And that would be a push on Snide, so E-Town will get the kick here. Checking into the game is Patrick Phillips for E-Town. And coming off the field, I think, is Mowry.
No, number 7.
That's Scaglione.
Yeah, they got to do something to try to figure Hunter Dominey out for the Eagles because he's just having a field.
Well, he dominated Scaglione on the defensive end.
Oh, totally. I mean,
and maybe they're bringing Wells in to counteract.
They got to see what they can do. They have to try to stop something. But Chazy is not laying back. They're going right after the Lions again.
Well, they're playing as if it's a 0-0 game, and in wet conditions, Joe, you have to do that because anything can happen.
Anything can happen anytime, but I don't think the wet conditions are affecting the productivity. It seems like of the Eagles with 25-30 left here in the first half, and Chazy with 2 quick goals.
Right now the play is in E-Town territory. It is taken out on the far side, and no whistle was barrier, and it's now pushed to the middle of the field, and now into Chazy territory, and calmly there is Nathan Reynolds. He's surveying the situation. He sends it up, trying to find McCarthy, but stepping up is Mowry. Mowry, number 9, it is Hunter Mowry working his way to the 18 and gives it up. There's a shot toward the net, and it was number 15, Brady Hooper, slipped on the play.
Not a bad idea, though, by Elizabethtown. Just put something on net. You know, you mentioned the conditions, and anything can happen. The ball it's really nasty. It's wet, cold, and nasty, and anything, you put it on net, and that's what you're going to hope for.
Well, it is trading with the ball just inside Chazy territory. He pushes it now into E-Town territory on the foot of Lauren. Lauren with the ball, looking around, has some time, and he's looking to make a move. He gets by number 4, Patrick Phillips, and gets it up over to McCarthy. Now McCarthy will work his way to the 18. McCarthy getting a shot off, and it goes off the defense, and at the top of the 18, and it is McCarthy. And the foul is on number 5, Allott, and I thought it might have been on McCarthy.
I probably did too from this point, but you know, Lozier's on the far side. He had a better view, and this is a great chance for
just outside the 18.
You know, it's probably about 18 and a half yards out, and I mean right in front of the net. So Elizabethtown has to hope Chazy doesn't pull off a little razzle-dazzle here. They've been known to pull off some pretty tricky plays, especially down this far on these set pieces. So we'll see how this works out.
We'll see how it works out. It could be a set play, or it could be a bomb into one of the upper corners. We'll find out here shortly.
Barrier's capable of doing anything. That's what makes him so dangerous.
Well, they got Reynolds back as if he's taking the kick. It's a Barrier by the ball, and straight across from him is Lauren, and Lozier's coming over to walk off the 10 yards. He'll probably push him back another couple feet, and he does.
Boy, they're right at the penalty area. The Lions, they have 4 people in their box, actually 3, 1 wide.
And McCarthy's trying to work his way. And it is Reynolds. They do push it to Reynolds, and it deflected off of number 22, LaRock. So Chazy will get a corner kick on the far side. Chazy is going from left to right. If you're just joining us, it is the Eagles beating the Lions 2-0 here in the first half at the George Bremner Field, at a wet George Bremner Field. I'm Joey Trombley calling the action. Joe Poisson is our colored commentator, and we have Barrier going to set up for the corner kick.
You know, the workhouse is right out there, but you know, those are 2 beautiful goals that Chazy scored with the work of Dominey. Dominey getting a starting spot here tonight and making the most of it.
And it's headed out. And you're right, it was the work of Dominey, but Lauren knows how to finish.
Yeah, he was right there. He didn't have to do a whole lot to really finish. I mean, Dominey put it right on his foot and worked hard, put it right on his foot, and you got to give the credit to Dominey as far as the hard work.
Well, Elizabethtown now clearing the ball into Chazy territory, and one time by Reynolds over trying to find Pelton, and it's knocked away, and now it's picked up by it is Gay. Gay gets it up over to Pelton. He's into Elizabethtown territory. He goes down, no whistle called, and the ball is pushed back up to Gay. Hayden Gay with the ball into E-Town territory, goes midfield over to Snide. Snide has room, working his way to the 18. Now pushes it up, trying to find Lauren, but Lauren slips, can't get to it. It's cleared out by the defense. Now kicked back toward the 18. And it's knocked out of the 18 onto the head of Reba. And now it's going to be headed by the Lions, and it's going to go up trying to find White. White with the ball, being challenged defensively by Chazy, and stepping up is Reba. Reba trying to clear it out from White, and it's Reba and White battling for the ball. It works its way to midfield, controlled by Mowry. It's Hunter Mowry trying to get the ball up to number 6 White, but controlled by the Eagles, and now it's McCarthy. McCarthy has it knocked away, now it's controlled by Mowry. Mowry at midfield, trying to find somebody. He gets Hooper on the right sideline. Hooper trying to work his way down. It's cleared down deep into Chazy territory. And nice hustle by number 15, Brady Hooper, but it just goes out of bounds. So we have substitutions coming in here. We have Matt Gravel coming in, as well as number 22.
For the Eagles, yes.
Who's number 22 is?
It's Nolan Rogers.
Nolan
Nolan Rogers scored the insurance goal the other night. It was his first one this year.
And number 10 is going in. Huddig is going in for Elizabethtown. And I think number 7 just checked in. Scaglione has just checked back into the game here for the Lions. And the ball comes into Reynolds. Reynolds sends a booming kick out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Elizabethtown. They're going from right to left. They're on the far side of the field, about 15 yards into Chazy territory, and they'll work it down the line. It's Huddig who just checked into the game, taking the throw-in. He throws it into the open space, but it's controlled by the Eagles, and now it's Reynolds, or Lauren. Lauren passes it back over to Tregan. Tregan now coming up to midfield into E-Town territory. Goes to the open space. Nolan Rogers, who just checked into the game, come hustling over, and it's cleared out by the defense of Elizabethtown. So throw-in for, it goes off of Chazy, so it's a throw-in for Elizabethtown. And it is Scaglione with the throw-in. He sends it up to number 8, Denton. Denton back to Scaglione. And there's a battle between Rogers and Scaglione, back to Denton. Denton to Scaglione. Nice pass work here by the Eagles. And there's your 3 passes in a row we talked about, Joe, from the Lions. And it's Mowry. Mowry gives it up over to Hooper. Hooper does a nice job. Nathan Reynolds does a nice job keeping the ball away. There's an opportunity. And offsides on the Eagles.
No, it was Lions.
Number 18.
Offsides on the Lions.
It was Apthorpe.
Great chance.
Reynolds doesn't stop that. Apthorpe's got a wide run to the net.
Great chance right there for Elizabethtown. We thought, like you said, we talked about them not moving the ball well. That's what's going to happen when they do move the ball well. They got to quit playing this tentative. They're giving Chazy too much respect earlier in the game. They got to start playing some ball, and it was good to see that.
And the ball comes up. There's that skip, and you had Barrier trying to get McCarthy coming in and went too far ahead of McCarthy, but it bounced into the goalie, Lapierre, and it came off his chest, and he almost lost that.
Yeah, Lapierre did a good job just recovering, but Chazy just dodged a quick bullet by Elizabethtown. A good counter by E-Town.
Well, Lauren has the ball in E-Town territory. It's knocked back into Chazy territory, and it's Tregan shielding the ball, pushes it back up to Reba. Reba gets to the midfield to Barrier. Barrier now into E-Town territory. It's Barrier pushing up, trying to find Lauren. Does a nice job of Lauren. Lauren into the 18. Lauren will get a shot off. He gets it off.
Oh, wow.
And Lapierre, it was McCarthy one-timing it off a Lauren cross, and Lapierre does a stellar job saving that ball.
Did you see Barrier thread that needle to Lauren?
Right on his foot.
Oh my, that was a beautiful pass, and Lauren centered it perfect. Lapierre did a great job not allowing a rebound. A diving save, bang, bang. McCarthy had everything on it, and Lapierre did a great job for Elizabethtown.
It was bang, bang.
Because McCarthy was right there to get any kind of rebound, too. So,
well, we have 18-17 to go here in the first half. If you're just joining us, it's Chazy 2, Elizabethtown 0. And the ball is in Chazy territory about halfway down far sideline, and it's controlled by McCarthy. He's trying to clear it out, but now it's picked up by number 9, Mowry. Mowry has it taken away by McCarthy. McCarthy working his way to 18, being challenged by Mowry. It's McCarthy with the ball. McCarthy's taken down by Mowry.
That's about, Mowry's got to stop doing that. He really doesn't have to do that kind of stuff. It really is not good. I've seen him do that too many times. It's just, he's going to get hurt. That young man is going to take one of these days. People are going to get upset with him.
Well, McCarthy got upset.
Yeah,
they stopped it.
Well, now Mr. Lozier's talking to him for the time being, but Mr. Mowry's going to have to learn that he's going to play like that. He might get a plate on him, because that's really not cool.
Well, it is Barrier taking the kick about 10 yards into Elizabethtown Lewis territory. And he sends a kick toward the 18. It goes off the foot of Snide, and it is number 13, Gravel, trying to do something on the top of the line, pushing it across, and it's Rogers. Rogers getting a shot off, and it's over the net. So good effort by Number 13 for Chazy, Kyle Gravel. And it was a nice shot by Rogers.
Yeah, you know, Chazy's still moving the ball well, but I see Elizabethtown playing with a little bit more heart, which is good, but not Maori heart. You know, you gotta temper you gotta temper it a little bit.
Well, it's a big game. The emotions are running high, and you know, it wasn't as drastic, I think, as you're putting it on the air. It was a hard takedown.
Yeah,
but I want to say it was.
But it wasn't his first one, you know.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I mean.
You got to give the kids a little bit of leeway here in this big NBAC matchup, as we are now. It is Tregan throwing the ball into Snide. Snide now working his way, has it knocked away. It's picked up by number 8, Denton. Denton gets it up over to number 18, Apthorpe. Apthorpe over to Hooper. Hooper has it knocked away by Reba, but it goes onto the foot of number 8, Denton. Denton now gets it to Hunter Maury. He goes to the open spot. Scaglione coming on strong here for Elizabethtown, but it's Reynolds comes over. He just sends it back up to Lauren. Lauren traps the ball, but he's being guarded by number 19, Crown Shield. Lauren gets by Crown Shield. He now gets into by Maury, and he's into E-Town territory. It's the speed of Lauren. Lauren trying to work his way from the 18, still controlling the ball. He pushes it up over to Rogers. Rogers now sends it to the top of the 18, and defensively Elizabethtown is there. They control. The ball is cleared up toward midfield, and it goes off of Reba's foot behind Tregan. Tregan running back, giving chase is Apthorpe. And it's Tregan winning that battle, and Tregan will now work his way to midfield. He sends it into Elizabethtown territory, and it's on McCarthy's foot. He goes open space. Lauren's got the speed, but you have number 3, Cortland Maury there clearing it out, and it's Rogers battling the ball with Scaglione, and it's knocked out of bounds. So throw in for Chazy about 3/4 of the way into Elizabethtown territory on the near sideline, as Chazy's going from left to right, Elizabethtown from right to left, and the throw-in comes into Tregan. Tregan with the ball will now serve it toward the 18, and it goes over everybody, and it is Gravel. And actually, I said Kyle Gravel, it's Matt Gravel. It's Matt Gravel with the ball, and Matt Gravel fighting hard for the ball there on the far sideline, and a battle going on that's controlled by number 8, Denton. And Denton gets it up over to the far side. And just into Chazy territory, the ball comes in. Now it gets by the defense out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Chazy with 14:34 to go on a very wet night here at the George Brenner Field. Chazy leading Elizabethtown 2-0. And the ball comes in, and it's on the foot of, it looks like on the far side of that Gay.
Yes.
And it's pushed up, and now it's to McCarthy. McCarthy battling for the ball, far sideline, and it's cleared into Chazy territory out of bounds, about 10 yards in. It deflects off of the Chazy player, as you have Rushby and you also have White getting ready to check in here for Elizabethtown. And they could be going in now, but they aren't calling in for subs yet. And nobody sees it.
Nobody sees it. The officials don't see this.
The officials don't see it yet. Oh, actually, it's not a throw-in, it's a kick.
Direct kick.
So there's the kick into Chazy territory, controlled by Barrier to Lauren. Lauren now works his way to midfield. Lauren, with some nice speed, gets by 1, 2, 3 players. He's working his way far sideline. He was taken down, but it was ball on ball. Good no call by Randy Loescher.
Yeah, it's a good defensive play. Lauren had the afterburners on. He had 2 more to beat, and he was in.
And throw-in comes in. It's controlled by the Lions on the far sideline. And it is clear to midfield, and Reba steps up. He loses it, and now it's going on to the foot of number 18, Apthorpe. Apthorpe gets by him, and it's picked up by Gay. Gay goes to the far sideline, and he gets it onto the foot of Gravel over to Lauren. Lauren gets it up over to Snide. Snide pushes it back over to Tregan. Tregan with time now into E-Town territory, near sideline, working his way down. And he has space. He pushes it back for Reba. Reba with the ball up to Barrier. Barrier at midfield, halfway into E-Town territory. Now working his way to the 18, going to the open space, trying to find Rogers. Good job by Scaglione, sending it to midfield. And it's knocked into the middle of the field, controlled by Snide. Snide trying to work his way to the 18, has it deflected. Reba's there. Reba now switches fields, goes all the way over to Hayden Gay. Hayden Gay with the ball, has some space, serves it into the 18. And the field coming off the line does a nice job going over McCarthy to knock the ball down and grabbing it.
That was good. Nice service far out from Gay to get in on the offensive part of that great ball. Because it is nasty out, Joey. We have 12 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the first half, but I would not want to be outside.
No, and there's not a bad fan base tonight for this game.
You got to give them credit. Anybody who's out there, I think you should get maybe a free Batch of Mickey fries, Joey's buying.
If they can hear the game, go right ahead. And there's a whistle at midfield. It favors Chazy. Quick throw in. And the ball is at midfield. It's controlled by number 9 of Chazy. And number 9 is who? Is that
For Chazy?
Barrier?
No, Barrier's 5.
And maybe it is number 5.
Yes.
Okay, and it is nice job by Maori, nice job by Snide. And it goes off of, I think it's throwing for Chazy.
Yeah, we have a couple substitutions going in for the Eagles. We have Cody Tuhill going on the left halfback position, and we have Hunter Domini going back in. Hunter Domini had a lot of success in that first part of the first half, so we're going to have to see what he can do here against Scaglione. This time, I don't think Scaglione's actually over there, is it? They put in number 2 now. Who's number 2 for E-Town?
Number 2 is Rushby.
So they got him back there playing
Tregan
left
serving
back.
to the 18, and it's headed over by McCarthy, trying to find Tulo, who just checked into the game. And now a nice play by Snide getting over to Lauren. Lauren trying to get a shot off, deflects off the defense.
Ooh.
And it now comes to the goalie, and Lapierre's there.
Chazy's still creating some chances, but Elizabethtown's defense tightened up a little bit. They're not allowing Chazy those great chances deep down right in front of Lapierre, because he's done a great job to just hold this game to 2-0.
And Barrier will be called for a push. And you have Maori taken down by Barrier. And the Lions get the call. So they'll set up for a free kick about 10 yards short of midfield, 15 yards short, with 10 minutes to go here. And there goes the kick by number 3, Cortland Maori. Nice deep kick. Goes off the chest of Reba. He's trying to find Tuhill on the far sideline, but it was controlled by number 18 over there, which would have been Apthorpe, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Elizabethtown. Apthorpe with the throw-in here for Elizabethtown. Far sideline, he gets it into number 9, Maori, Hunter Maori, pushes it back to the middle of the field, and it's controlled by number 3, Cortland Maori. Maori to Maori. Ball knocked up, stepping up is Tuhill. He has it knocked away, and Tuhill with the ball, far sideline, sends it up toward midfield, trying to find McCarthy. McCarthy controlling it over to Lauren. Lauren with the ball. Now he has McCarthy ahead of him. He has back here. He has Tregan. Tregan slipped a little bit, regains his composure, has the ball now into E-Town territory. He's got some space. It's Tregan working his way to the 18. Tregan looking to serve this ball. He does, and it goes onto the foot of Domini. Domini's done a beautiful job there on that side. It's Domini and Bushby fighting for the ball. Domini fighting and Bushby fighting for that ball. He sends it across into the box, and it's cleared out by the defense of Elizabethtown, but stepping up is Reba. Reba looking to get a shot off. Reba sends a shot that goes off the defense of number 22, LaRock. And it's up in the air, headed by the Lions, number 19, Crownshield. And the ball is kicked out of the 18. Eagles fighting for the ball, and McCarthy called for jumping in. So it'll be a kick here for the Lions. I'm Joey Trombley calling the play-by-play. Joe Corson is a colored man, and it is a 2-0 Chazy lead with 8:30 to go here in the first half. Santor has the ball for Chazy.
No, Joey, it's 9 shots for the Chazy Eagles so far and 3 for the Elizabethtown Lions. Only one corner kick for the Eagles, though, which is kind of surprising for the amount of possession that they've had. They've definitely outpossessed Elizabethtown, but Elizabethtown's looking a little better here the last 8 minutes or so. They're getting a little their feet under them, so to say. You know, they're looking a little better. More of the field, the play is out in the middle of the field more. But Hunter Domini is tearing everybody up here. Oh, he was taken down hard and no call. Oh, wow.
And Coach McAuliffe wanted that one, the speed of Domini.
Yeah.
And he was taken down by number 2, Rushby. But Rushby's playing more body on him than what Scaglione was doing on that side.
He can probably catch Domini. Or Scaglione, he had a tough time catching Domini. I think pretty much anybody would. Domini's very fast, doing good things with the ball tonight, creating all kinds of havoc back there for the Elizabethtown defense.
Well, the ball's at midfield, controlled by the Eagles, and Reba tries to go across the field trying to find Tuhill, but it's controlled by the Lions, and it's number 10, Huddig, sends it up far side. He's trying to get it on the foot of Denton, and Denton controlling down there, and defensively, good defensive play by the Eagles, as it's a corner kick. Gay.
No, it's going to be a goal kick.
He's calling a goal kick.
Yeah, it went off. Gabe made a good defensive play. he got by him, and Gay came back, got the ball, and bounced it off the player for Elizabethtown to create this goal kick.
That
was
Labar just
good
saying
play.
it was a deflection.
Yeah, it was a good play by the freshman defender.
And Nathan Reynolds will take the kick here for Chazy, and he kicks it toward midfield. McCarthy trying to get to the ball. It's controlled by Snide. Snide with the ball. Now trying to get a through ball over to Dominy. Dominy coming up. A nice defensive job by number 3, Cortland Mowry. Deep kick into Chazy territory. Reynolds is there for Chazy. He just pushed it to the empty open field to himself, and he's a very smart player,
Yes,
good
he is.
sweeper.
Nice
Now he's at
man.
midfield. And there's the push by number 18. And I think Apthorpe was a little
Yeah, it was
upset.
frustration.
No, that was definitely a frustration.
Because you didn't see Reynolds rush anything. I mean,
No.
he's Mr. Iceman. He just has calm and cool and collective.
And Lauren with the ball.
Oh yeah. I see
And
Elizabethtown has to stop playing like this, you know.
And
Yeah.
it looks like Cortland Mowry will get a card.
They got to stop playing like that. I mean, if a guy gets by, he gets by. It's probably not a bad foul per se, but it's not their first time.
Well, you're
know.
right. But what you said earlier, he's been doing it the whole game.
Well, it's
and I
no.
think they're
This
just-
is Cortland doing it. Hunter Mowry was doing the first one.
Okay.
We got the Mowry brothers. I wonder if they fight like that at home. It should be interesting.
I don't know. But
You know,
the yellow card.
it is frustration, and you can see that because Lauren's got a ton of moves, you know. So he gets by. It probably is not a bad foul per se, but you know, Mr. Labarge is giving him a yellow card for that. I think he's getting sick of it too. He wants to calm this game down a little bit on both sides.
Yep.
And but you got to look at where the foul is. It's probably not a bad spot for Elizabethtown to have a foul because Lauren was moving quite rapidly towards the goal.
Well, it's going to be a kick here for Chazy. They're about 3/4 of the way into Elizabethtown territory on the near sideline. They're going from left to right, and it will be Barrier taking the kick. And you have now Reynolds or Lauren. I don't know. He was talking to the ref. I don't know if the ref was talking to him.
Oh,
or
I'm
the
sure.
official.
You know, calm it down. You got to chill out a little bit here. And
Well, the rain is now shifting, kind of coming at us now into this broadcast booth. And there's a nice high kick into the box. This could be dangerous. And the ball headed up over the net, and it was a deflection off of the E-Town defense. So it'll be a corner kick for Chazy on the far sideline. Barrier will go take the kick. If you're just joining us, it's Chazy with a 2-0 lead here at the very wet and nasty George Brendler Field. We have 5:42 to go here left in the first half. And the first half has been dominated by Chazy. Elizabethtown did have one nice scoring opportunity. And
Attack the ball, White, come
9
on!
shots to 3 favoring Chazy. And the rain is coming down heavier. And the ball comes in short. And it's deflected wide. And it is a corner kick again. So Chazy will get another opportunity.
another chance here with just a little over 5 minutes to go, Joey. You know, Barrier, the junior captain for the Eagles, he takes all these corner kicks, all the direct kicks. You know, this could be a game where Chazy's up 5-0 too. You know, I mean, that's the way it is. Lapeer, the keeper for Elizabethtown, has done really a great job.
Yes, he has. Keep the game where it is. Well, we have a counterattack now at midfield. It is Mowry. It's Cortland Mowry, number 9. It's actually Hunter Mowry. And his ball is knocked out of bounds far sideline, so Hunter Mowry with the throw-in. And it goes off the foot of the Lions, so it'll be a throw-in for Chazy, about 10 yards in their territory from midfield on the far sideline. And the throw-in comes to midfield, headed by McCarthy. He was trying to find Barrier at midfield. It's knocked back to Reba. Reba chips it up, and it is Toohill trying to get to midfield, controlled by the Lions. Number 7, Scaglione. They moved him more to the center of the field. They got him off the line, off the defensive end here. They got Rushby in his place.
They got him away from Hunter Dominy is what they did, and you know, it's you put him in the middle of the field. It's not a bad thing, but now he's got to face Lauren, Barrier, Snide, McCarthy. You know, so.
Well, there's a pass, and it goes through. Nice play by Snide trying to get Lauren, but it goes a little too far ahead of him into the hands of Lapeer, and he makes his way to the 18, and he'll punt the ball into Chazy territory over the head of his own man Apthorpe, and stepping up there is Reba. Reba does a nice job stepping up far sideline. Now pushes it into Elizabethtown territory, but controlled by the Lions. and it is number 10, Huddig. Huddig takes it into Chazy territory, and he finds number 18, Apthorpe. Apthorpe with the ball, far sideline, pushes it back to Hunter Mowry. Mowry goes to the middle of the field, but it's knocked away and controlled by Gay. Gay sends it up to midfield, sends a kick up there, but stepping up is number 22, LaRock, and LaRock sends it into Chazy territory, and coming over defensively for Chazy is Reynolds. Reynolds pushes it up, trying to find barrier, knocked away, and controlled by the Lions. And Reba gives a big booming kick into Elizabethtown territory, but the ball is headed back into Chazy territory. We have 2 minutes here left in the first half.
A little more than 2,
A
John.
little over 2 minutes, and there's a through ball. Coming up is Reynolds. Reynolds just clears it out
Smart.
as White was running onto the ball.
Smart play.
Reynolds doesn't get rattled back there at all.
No, I mean, he just he's cold. You know, I don't know how to put. I'm sure he's cold with the weather, but he has no nerves. He doesn't have a nerve in his body. And he's just really smooth.
And we have checking in for Elizabethtown right now. We have Brody Hooper checking into the game. And it looks like Apthorpe will be coming out here for the Lions. And it's number 18. Throw-in comes in, it's Rushby. Gets the ball to Mowry. He pushes it back to number 19, Crowninshed. Crowninshed to McCarthy. McCarthy did a nice job trying to get around, but it was knocked away to midfield, controlled by the Lions. Number 5, Alad, goes far sideline, and it goes just out of the reach of number 10, Huddig. So throw in for Chazy, but Huddig takes the throw in, and he sends it back into Chazy territory, and Reba trying to get it to midfield. And Reba does a nice job getting by one player, but it's controlled by Huddig. And Huddig sends it back up to number 22, LaRock. So nice ball movement here by the Lions.
Yeah, very good. Nice movement. I mean, this is the kind of game that I want to see right here. And they're not playing like that deer in the headlights anymore.
Yeah,
they're
well,
coming out.
They got their nerves out.
But they got to come out, and because they're down by 2 goals, also they got to get something going. And
there's a nice long shot, but it goes wide of the net. But you're right, you're down 2-0, so they got to go toe-to-toe with Chazy in the second half.
And they're doing a good job of it. I mean, the play has been towards the middle of the field more. I mean, Chazy, yes, they've had some chances still.
But they aren't dominating like they were.
Not even like the first 15, 20 minutes of the game. It was all at Chazy. And Elizabethtown's doing a good job of coming out and trying to take it to the Chazy Eagles.
Well, right now, McCarthy has the ball in E-Town territory, just in E-Town territory. And the ball is cleared up, and it's Downey, who had a monster first half here with 2 assists to Lauren. And the ball is cleared up. It's an open play, and it's Snide pushing it to the open space. Tregan does a nice job running to the ball. Tregan shields it, pushes it back over to Snide. Snide back over to Tregan. We have 30 seconds here left in the half. Nice job by Tregan. Over to Snide. Snide working his way, has some space. Now goes to the middle of the field over to Barrier. Barrier with the ball, pushing it back over to Tregan. Tregan now will send it up, trying to find Domley. Domley trying to control it, loses it, and it's cleared up toward midfield. And stepping up is Reba, goes over his head onto the head of number 15, Hooper. Hooper loses it over to Reba, and the first half will come to an end. Chazy leading the Lions of Elizabethtown Lewis 2-0. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, WIRY 1340 on the dial, or wiry.com. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
I'm going to do 5 minutes.
I figure it's better going home. Come on, White, come on! The Sports Authority coming back there and get some sound. Forward, Nelson! Nelson! Come on, Nelson! That'll run, good.
Well, stop and talk.
Go and buy me a beer. Chazy leading Elizabethtown Lewis 2-0. We're just starting the second half. The ball was cleared on the end line while we were at commercial break, and the goal kick and it's now headed toward midfield. Chazy is going from right to left in the second half, and it'll be Elizabethtown Lewis from their left to right. Ball into Elizabethtown territory, and it's Lauren just outside the 18, pushing up over to McCarthy. McCarthy into the box, good speed, has it knocked away, and it's now controlled by Lauren. Lauren heels it back, trying to find barrier. He tries to find McCarthy, and now it's cleared out by the defense of Elizabethtown. Stepping up is Gay. Gay steps up into the offensive territory, tried to find barrier, but it's controlled by number 8 of Elizabethtown, Denton. Denton pushes it up over to number 2, Rushby, but now it's taken away by number 10, Pelton. Pelton with the ball, pushes it back up to Dominy, back to Pelton. Pelton has now switched fields on the far sideline now, and it will work its way out of bounds, so throw in for Chazy. So you think Chazy might be a little soft coming in the second half, Joe, but they're coming out on all cylinders.
Well, they are. They're clearly the better team so far this game. I mean, they were clearly the better team in the first half. But like you said, we mentioned at halftime, Elizabethtown started taking it a little bit to the Eagles. They were getting some chances, keeping the play more in the middle of the field. They looked better doing that. I mean, they started looking comfortable. But the Chazy's coming right back at them so far the second half, and we'll see what the halftime is. It was a short halftime with just a 5-minute halftime break. So.
And the ball is in Elizabethtown territory. Chazy controlling on the far sideline, but that would be a foul on Hunter Dominy on the far sideline. So Elizabethtown will get a free kick here. They're deep into their own end, and the ball is cleared up toward midfield. It's knocked down by barrier, and now the ball is cleared deep into Elizabethtown Lewis territory. It'll work its way off the end line, so it'll be a goal kick for the Lions. We have 37-20. We're real early here in the second half. Chazy with a 2-0 lead over Elizabethtown. They've outshot them 9-4, and the corner kicks have been 3-0. And there's the kick working its way toward midfield. It's shy of midfield, but it's controlled by the Lions, and it's pushed into the far sideline. Tregan steps up. He knocks it out of bounds at midfield. Throw in for the Lions.
Joey, I'm looking at the rain. It doesn't look like it's letting up. It looks like it's coming down a little bit harder.
I think it is.
These young men out there, they're maybe afraid of some hypothermia possibly because it's cold. It is cold,
it's
wet,
damp.
damp.
It's about 50 degrees out.
There was a couple of men that had to come up here in the booth during halftime. I won't say Mr. Norcross's name, but he's still up here with us trying to stay dry and warm.
Well, he looked like he was like a wet rag when he came up here. And right now the ball is controlled by Barrier. Barrier pushing up over to Snide. Snide giving chase. Nice play by Snide. But it's knocked away by number 2, Rushby. Rushby's done a nice job coming into the game here for the Lions. And Barrier trying to get to it, but Rushby's there. So Rushby's sticking up, and it's number 22. LaRock sends it into Chazy territory. And it is Tregan with the ball. He sends it up trying to find McCarthy. Gets by McCarthy, and it's knocked away by a lot to midfield, headed by Reba. Reba onto Lauren's foot. Lauren has it taken away by number 9, Hunter Mowry. Mowry has it now knocked away by McCarthy. It was over to Lauren, and now it's back over to Snide. Snide will switch fields, coming to the near side. Giving chase is Pelton, but so isn't Rushby. And
he gave that one away. Oh, wow.
It is a goal kick.
I don't see how that can be a goal kick, but they call it foul. Foul on Pelton.
Foul on Pelton.
Okay.
And well, they were both going shoulder to shoulder.
Sure. Yeah. And I think they want to calm it down a little bit. There was some scruffing going around earlier, and the yellow card was issued, and try to calm things down. They're just going to keep it tight. They don't want these kids to get hurt.
And it is Hayden Gay pushes it up over to Pelton. Pelton trying to control the ball as it skips a little bit. He gives it up to Barry. Barry one times it back over to Gay. So Chazy doing a good job splitting the field here. It comes up to midfield. It gets by McCarthy as he's being guarded by number 5.
Good job by McCarthy.
McCarthy picks a lot, and coming over to help out is number 19, Crownshield. And the ball is in the middle of Elizabethtown Lewis territory. And far side is Dominy. Dominy now working down the sideline with that speed. It's Dominy. Dominy trying to get a shot off.
He was pulled down pretty hard.
There is no whistle.
No,
he got a weak shot off. It appears there.
Dominy's getting up and he's looking at the official, and I'm standing here and I'm looking at the official, looking at no call.
He was well into the box, and there was a no call.
No.
So we have a throw in here. It will be Hayden Gay will go right down the line trying to find McCarthy. McCarthy gets the ball halfway into Elizabethtown territory, and it's picked up by number 2, Rushby. Rushby has it knocked away by McCarthy. Good speed by McCarthy. He's in the box, and it's cleared out by Mowry. Stepping up is Snide. Snide will switch fields all the way over to Tregan. Tregan into the offensive zone. It's Tregan. He's taken down, and there's the whistle there. And good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
The player comes over and says, "You're all right." And that just looked like a collision.
Yeah, that was
anything. And that was number 7 Scaglione, but good sportsmanship on
that was
Scaglione.
good. Yeah, you got to give him credit. He helped him up and give him a little pat. We have 34 minutes exactly, Joey, left in the second half. Chazy is winning 2-0, and they're coming right back out on all cylinders.
Barrier. There's a deep shot into the box, and it's headed up in the air. It's just outside the 18, and it's cleared out and headed back toward the 18. And stepping up is number 15, Hooper. Hooper sends it into Chazy territory. What's Tregan there? Tregan sends it to the middle of the field to Reba. Reba trying to get a through ball over to McCarthy. He does. McCarthy's got the ball. He pushes it to the open space. Reba comes in deep into the offensive territory here. He's the stopper for Chazy. Sends a booming kick over. Lapierre comes out. No problem there. He corrals the ball. He'll work his way to the 18.
Reba needed a little bit more patience, just to, but he's, his first time start. He's a junior, big kid, big strong kid, and very coachable. And he's got it. He's putting him right in that stopper position. He's going to get a lot of opportunities to get on the offensive end. He's just got to be a little bit more patient.
And that will come with experience. And it's number 8, Denton, with the ball for Elizabethtown into Chazy territory, about 10 yards in. But it's taken away by Lauren. Lauren now into E-Town territory. He gets it up to McCarthy. McCarthy with the ball. He's about 10 yards into near sideline here in E-Town territory. He goes back to midfield over to Reba. Reba will switch fields all the way over to Tregan. Tregan has space in the offensive territory about 10 yards in. He pushes it up over to Dominy. Dominy does a nice job. He's trying to get by one player. He does. He pushes it up over to Lauren. Lauren back to Dominy, trying to find McCarthy.
Oh, yeah!
And Dominy,
wow.
Again, it is McCarthy, and Dominy is having a career game here for Elizabethtown. His 3rd assist. Another great individual effort. At the 32-22 mark, Chazy goes up 2 or 3-0. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, WIRY 1340 on your dial or wiry.com. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Give him an own goal finally. Here, write that down.
Hunter. Can hear him.
No, I told him.
Hunter.
So Lauren gets the assist.
Well done.
Welcome back to the George Brendler Field, and at the break, Joe, we got a clarification on that goal.
Just a little revision, yeah. It's Hunter Domini's going to get awarded the goal, an assist by Brandon Lauren. It was an own goal by from Elizabethtown. Great service again, but the Lauren Domini duo tonight are carrying them up.
Well, it was, from our vantage point, it looked like McCarthy got the goal, but it went off the defense of Elizabethtown. But that ball was really sent across hard by Domini.
He smacked it.
And Domini's just having a spectacular game here tonight for Chazy.
Well, what a great addition. He's inserted into the starting lineup, and he's done some great things to not just earn that position, but he's going to keep that for a while.
Well,
he's playing like that. I mean, he's tearing them up.
Well, if you're just joining us, it's Chazy leading the Lions of Elizabethtown 3-0, and it is a nasty night here at the George Brendler Field. The rain is coming down heavier and heavier, and we have about 30 minutes. And the rain is coming at us, Joe, and our papers and stuff is getting wet up here, but that goes with the territory. And overall, we're pretty much dry compared to the folks across the way.
It's not a bad thing being up here in the booth and sometimes making a fool of yourself because we're dry.
Yes, we are. The play is at midfield. It will be a throw-in for Chazy. And it looks like it's Tregan on the far sideline. It is. He sends it all the way back over to Reynolds. Reynolds will switch fields. He'll come over to the near sideline over to Hayden Gay. Gay works his way to the 18. He now sends it up, sends a through ball. There's Lauren giving chase as well as Rushby. Rushby and Lauren battling for that ball. Rushby wins that battle, but he takes it out of bounds.
He did the smart thing.
Very smart thing.
He did the smart thing there. You don't want to try against Lauren. Lauren will pick your pocket. And I don't know what year Rushby is, but he's had a lot of business tonight.
He's a solid player for Elizabethtown. and the ball is cleared toward midfield. And Joe, the second half, the play has been all in Chazy territory, or Elizabethtown territory by the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't think Santor's touched the ball yet. We have a 3-0 lead and 29:40 left in the second half. So Elizabethtown still has to come out. You know, it's 3-0. A lot of times the teams in this kind of weather and you're losing 3-0. You get a little disheartened. You know, the starch goes out of your underwear. Well, this kind of happens. It's just the way it is, and you got to give Elizabethtown credit even to still try to hustle. But you know, a lot of times, a lot of teams will lay way down.
Well, it's McCarthy picking the ball away. He's working his way. He's trying to get to the 18 to Lauren. Lauren does have the ball. He gets a quick shot off,
Ooh,
and Lauren goes
wow.
wide of the net. Diving was Lapierre, but it goes wide of the net. So a nice opportunity by Lauren. Drills a shot from about 30 yards out.
Another opportunity. It's you know, this game could conceivably be 6-0. I'm looking at the chances that Chazy's had. They've had a lot of good opportunities. They've planted 3 in the back of the net, and 3 nice goals, by the way. These are not cheapies.
No, they aren't.
They've earned them.
And there's the goal kick. It comes up to Rushby. Rushby with the ball gets it to Mallory. Mallory and it's Knight shielding the ball. He pushes it back over to Nathan Reynolds. Reynolds will switch fields all the way up to Domini. Domini controls far side. Now at midfield, working his way toward the middle of the field into E-Town territory on the foot of Snide. Snide in the open space, giving chase is Pelton, but there's Rushby there for E-Town. Been calling his name a lot since he's checked into this game. Nice play by Rushby to get by Pelton. He's working his way on the near sideline, working his way up, coming over to help his Snide. He gives the ball up over to number 8, Denton. Denton gives it to Mallory into Chazy territory, and there's Reba, the big stopper for Chazy. Now he's in the offensive end of Elizabethtown. It's Reba getting it up over to Lauren. Lauren tried to go back to Reba. Reba overran it. He hustles back, and he's trying to take it away from Rushby. Rushby and Reba fighting for the ball, and the ball is cleared out to midfield, and it's controlled by Barrier. Barrier switches fields over to the far sideline, over to Domini. Domini tried to find McCarthy, but he loses the ball. And stepping up is Tregan. Tregan does a nice job, and he tries to find McCarthy on the far sideline, and it will go out of bounds. And we have now a substitution here for Elizabethtown. White checking into the game. Tyler White with 27-23 to go here in the second half.
You know, anybody that's left at this game outdoors, I really got to give them credit because it is nasty. It is really nasty outside. You people that are listening on this, it's not very comfortable to be out there, even as an official. You know, I see the coaches, everybody's sitting out there. It is very nasty.
As we like to say, Joe, the fans at home have the best seat in the house. Here's
McCarthy. Oh, gee.
Drills it, left foot,
it's
upper left, wide.
I'd like to see McCarthy pull one out here. You know, he's been working hard, and he's been denied a few times this evening and over the course of the season, you know, so it'd be good. McCarthy's been working really hard. He really doesn't have a lot to show for it.
Not as far as statistically.
No, but he's created a lot of things. He's a good player. I'd like to see him get one too, possibly. Oh, we have Barrier down the middle of the field right now.
He took it in the midsection.
It's uncomfortable for him too, especially laying out there in a puddle.
Yeah, the ball deflected onto him, and he's getting up.
Ooh, taken down from behind. That's a possible card right there. We're going to have a stop of action here, folks, and we're going to be back in 1 minute.
Watch there be a goal.
Yeah.
All right, Justin! Want to take a look at that, son?
I can't believe he just tucked that out. I mean, they're going to fire me, ain't they?
Welcome back, North Country soccer fans, to a very miserable night here at the George Brendler Field. I think the rain's even picked up more since we went to commercial. We have 25-26 here left in the second half and into the game. Chazy leading Elizabethtown 3-0 on 2 Lauren goals and a Hunter Domini goal, and 2 assists by Domini and an assist by Lauren. So it's been the Domini-Lauren show tonight here for Chazy. Ball is in E-Town territory. It's cleared to the near sideline. Chazy going from right to left. E-Town from left to right. And it is Hayden Gay with the ball. He feeds it in toward the 18. It's
Ooh, it's trouble. Oh,
and it just
my.
goes wide of the net.
Wow. Hayden
And it is
Gay.
going to be a goal or a corner kick.
Hayden
but
Gay almost got his first Chazy goal, varsity
that would
goal.
have been an own goal.
That would have been an own goal too,
Yeah,
yeah.
it deflected off the defense.
I believe it. Hayden Gay. That was
It was.
just went to serve it in and just kind of.
But the ball skipped. I mean, it's wet and the ball's
It's
skipping out
slippery
there.
out there. You can't really blame the keeper for
It
Elizabethtown
is
Lapeer.
nasty out there. for this
Terrible,
game.
terrible.
And there's the kick. And that was, Lauren took the kick far sideline. And it goes off the end line. So it'll be a goal kick here for Elizabethtown.
You know, it gets me too, Joey, as nasty as it is out here and these kids are playing, you try to get these kids to do some work in this kind of weather.
Well, that's another story. And Apthorpe just checked into the game, and the Hoopers just checked out of the game here for Elizabethtown.
Chazy's working really hard, though. I got to give them credit there. They're still putting on the pressure. I don't believe Austin Santor has touched the ball yet this half.
Not
has
the
he?
second half,
I don't
no.
think so. We have 23:56 to go.
And McCarthy, the open space, it is Snide, a hard shot. It deflects
Ooh.
off the defense, and that was a bullet by Snide, but it hit the defense. Stepping up is Dominy. Dominy in the far sideline battling for that ball, and stepping up to help out was Snide, and it's knocked out of bounds off of the Chazy defender. So Elizabethtown will have the throw in about 10 yards short of midfield. And the ball comes into number 8, Denton. Denton with the ball, but he loses it. And it's now controlled by Lauren. Lauren with some nice speed. He's trying to get it through to McCarthy. Lauren trying to get through to McCarthy. It's cleared out by the defense. Stepping up here is Hayden Gay on the defensive end. He's into the offensive zone here, halfway into E-Town territory. And here goes Hayden Gay, working his way to the 18, serving it to the net, and it slides over to the goalie Lapeer. And nice effort by Hayden Gay.
Great work. The second time he's been able to penetrate down into the zone of Elizabethtown. So, you know, when your team is playing well, when your defense is really pushing it up and becoming an offensive threat.
Well, here comes 18 for E-Town Apthorpe. He's in the Chazy territory just outside the 18, and it's pushed back, and it's now picked up by number 8, Denton. Denton has it knocked away by Barrier, and it's pushed to midfield to McCarthy. McCarthy at midfield. He's being challenged by number 19, Crownshield. It's McCarthy, good speed. He's got the afterburners on. It's McCarthy getting a shot off.
Taken
and
down
there was
hard,
a
too.
collision,
You know,
and they're stopping it.
yeah,
and,
because he had a run taken at him. I mean, he had the ball, but that defensive player from Elizabethtown, he was making a run at him. I don't.
he had
you
the
know,
afterburners on, and
Yeah.
I don't. It looks like a yellow card.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
because
who's getting it.
you know, Labarge in the far, he saw that the Elizabethtown player take a run at him. I mean, there was no rhyme or reason. He wasn't going for the ball. I mean, it was just rather vicious play.
Now, what player is that? Is that number, Joe?
20-31
No, 22.
could be.
It looks like Lola.
You know, just making a run at
It was
McCarthy.
Lola.
That was a second. That's a second card for Elizabethtown now, and it's
Dennis wants it.
really unnecessary. They don't need to be doing that.
And
Hurt somebody.
McCarthy got the shot off, which was amazing.
Well, he did, but he also could have had his head taken off. I mean,
it was
that's
taken down hard.
you know, I mean, I don't know. Just I know there's some frustration on Elizabethtown's part, but they're gonna continue to play like this. It's really not gonna do
Well,
them
you
a
do
whole
get-
lot of good because you know what? I was looking out there at the lineup and Chazy boy's got some size.
Well, they got speed too,
Yeah.
and the frustration comes when you have the speed of McCarthy, Lauren, and Dominy. When they turn on the afterburners, your frustration is to try to slow the play up somehow, and then you take somebody out. And it's Snide talking to the official Labarge to say, hey, what's going on here?
You know, and well, what's going on is we got 22-26 left with the Chazy lead, 3-0, and 14 shots for the Eagles and 4 for the Lions of Elizabethtown, and
Now, how does that work?
I don't
They get the
even
yellow
know.
card, now they get the kick.
I don't even know.
He said they had possession of the ball when a foul occurred.
Okay.
It was after.
Yeah, because that's why they just had to explain to us Elizabethtown had possession of the ball from McCarthy. I guess how that transpired, I don't know. But
Well, whatever.
when you get a cross off like McCarthy did, I don't see how the other team had possession. But we're gonna allow it, and they're the referee.
Well, my guess is they know more than we do up here. So it is now Chazy on the counterattack here. It is Lauren working his way to the 18, and he's taken out. So there'll be a kick outside the net
See, I
for
don't know.
Mallory.
See, I don't know about that call. Now.
Yeah, I don't know if
think
Portland Mallory deserved that call.
I think they're just kind of protecting the players here because it looked like he got ball
Yeah.
You know, it did look like he got. But you know what? If you're going to play like that, you're going to get the calls against you, and it's not a good thing, you know, really to have that against you, because it's just things are not going to go your way if it's a 50-50 call. Hey, refs are human too, and it's going to go against you.
Well, here's the set play. They're about 22 yards out, far sideline. And here they go. There's a chip through. Set
Dangerous
play
right here.
coming across.
Oh, yeah!
What a set play
little razzle
by
dazzle.
the Eagles. I guess it was razzle
That was
dazzle.
great.
They had about 4
Great
passes.
service. Great service.
And wow, what a score here by the Eagles. And you are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, WIRY 1340 on the dial, wiry.com. We'll be back in 1 minute.
That was a great play. Phenomenal play.
Welcome back, North Country soccer fans. If you're just joining us, Chazy just scored. It's now 4-0. And who other gets the goal, Joel, then?
Hunter Don.
He's having a career game tonight. And the assist came from the sweeper, Nathan Reynolds.
Had a set play, yeah.
So Dominique, 2 goals, 2 assists. And we know who the MVP of this game will be, Joe.
Well, right now it looks like Hunter Dominy is MVP of Chazy in general. And he's had a great game. He's been in on every goal, hasn't he, Joe?
Yes, 2 goals,
Yeah,
4 and 2
goals.
assists.
So he's been in on every goal. But what a not a good place to have a foul, evidently, for Elizabethtown that came back to haunt them.
What was impressive was the set play off the direct kick.
What a great play, you know. I mean, if that was textbook.
Yeah, you practice that and you hope you can pull it off in the game, and Chazy did do it in the game. And it's Chazy again here. They're deep into E-Town territory, and they're putting the pressure on, and it's Snide getting a shot off, and it goes off the head of the defense, and it goes into the hands of Lapeer. So he'll work his way to the 18 to punt the ball here. Chazy with a 4-0 lead, and we're just under 20 minutes here left in the game, Joe.
Yeah, we have 19:30 left in the second half. 16 shots for the Chazy Eagles and 4 shots for the Elizabethtown Lions.
So it's been a complete domination, and in many ways, probably a little bit of surprise with the history of these two teams. You know, we usually say every time they play, it's potential to be a classic. I wouldn't call this game a classic tonight, but it's been a great performance by the Eagles.
Yeah, it has. I mean, they played great. Their defense has been part of the offense, and that is what you want to see when you have a soccer team. When you're playing well, you have guys like Hayden Gay moving up, Reba moving up, and they've been able to do that. So it's a good thing.
Well, the ball's here on the near sideline, about halfway into E-Town territory. Stepping up in the offensive end is Hayden Gay. Gay with the ball goes to the open field, and it's Pelton wide open here in the near corner. He'll serve it into the 18, and it's headed out by the defense. And there's a shot by...
Could be a corner kick, yeah.
that would have been a barrier, it looks like.
Good shot by Barrier.
Nice play by Lapeer to dive
Well,
for
do you
it.
know that came up, though, working from the defense. Hayden Gay come up from the left back, moving up, being part of the offense, calling Pelton off, giving the ball to Pelton, serving it in. Now they get a corner kick out of it. It's just hard work.
And it's Barrier taking the corner kick here for Chazy. And it's coming down pretty good right now. A nice steady rain. They said 100%, and we have 100% here. Here's the feed into the 18, and it is the goalie coming up big time, so he'll work his way to punt the ball. And I want to give a shout out to Sagan Trombley and Sandra Olds at the University of Albany. They're listening to the game tonight. They were on the state championship team for the girls last year. And of course, we have Andrew Lapeer, who was the defensive player for Chazy last year for the state championship team. I know we're listening to the games tonight, so we want to say hello to you guys and thank you for listening to wiry.com. Chazy is controlling the ball right now. And they actually just lost the ball into their own territory. We have wholesale changes. We have literally 10 new players coming in for Chazy, and I can't name them all.
You know what? I'm just looking at the difference, the clean uniforms.
So, yeah, there's 10 of them.
So it's
We
good
have
to see.
17 minutes to go.
Coach
and,
McCullough is giving his boys a well-deserved break.
It wasn't like he put 2 in. He just changed everybody.
Everybody's off. He's got to give these young men a rest, and they deserve it. They played a great game so far, but Elizabethtown is a good team, so they're going to see what they can do.
And it's Osher the ball for Chazy, and it comes back to number 14 for, is that Sweet?
Yeah, Alex
Sweet
Sweet.
just lost the ball, and now it's controlled by Elizabethtown. And the ball is sent up into the open space, and giving chase is number 19, Maury. Maury gives it up to Apthorpe. Apthorpe does a nice job, sends it across, and it goes off of the foot of
I'll tell you what, if the Chazy, the second team, they don't start playing a little bit better, they're not going to be on that field, Bob.
Well, it didn't take long for Freetown to come through and get a quality opportunity.
They better step it up, these boys. They want to get some field time
And it
out
looked
there.
like Scaglione, deflected off Scaglione just wide of the net, and with the authority that ball came off his foot, that would have been a goal on net.
Yeah, with the authority that they went down that field. I mean, they went down there with relative ease.
And here's Sweet with the ball now into Chazy territory, or E-Town territory, working his way on the near sideline. Chazy going from right to left, and it's Sweet being challenged by number 5, a lot. And they both go down, and it's won by a lot. A lot will work his way up to the near sideline here. He sends it up toward midfield, and it's controlled by number 9, Maury. Maury gives it up to number 8, which is Denton. And right now the play is being controlled by the Lions, and it goes off of the Lions, and quickly it is Botten with the ball. And that's Jeff Botten over to Sweet. Sweet gives it to Osher. Osher back to Sweet. Nice give and go by the Eagles. He goes to the open space. Nice speed by Osher. He comes over, and it's cleared out by the defense, and it's controlled by number 9, Maury. Maury goes to the middle of the field to Denton. Denton with the ball at midfield, being guarded by Matt Gravel, but the ball goes to Maury. Maury now into Chazy territory, and he pushes it back to Denton. So it's been Denton and Maury here pushing the ball back and forth with each other. And stepping up for Chazy is number 26, Reba. He gives it up over to number 22, Nolan Rogers. He goes far sideline, and it's controlled by the Lions. Lions into Chazy territory, and now it's knocked away by the Eagles.
Smart
and
play.
coming to the near sideline.
Smart play.
It's Rogers trying to give it up over to Sweet. Sweet keeps it in play here on the near sideline, pushes it back to midfield, and it's Jeffrey Botten. Botten with the ball works his way into Elizabethtown territory. He'll look to serve. He goes toward the 18, and it's now just booted out of bounds by number 20. It looks like Burris for Elizabethtown.
I think the second team's now getting a little bit more comfortable for the Eagles. You see the play, they're keeping it down middle of the field.
We have 14 and a half minutes here left. Chazy with a 4-0 lead on a big night for Hunter Dominic. 2 goals and 2 assists. 2 goals for Brandon Lauren. And Chazy with that 4-0 lead, ball deep into Elizabethtown territory. He's trying to be cleared out, and stepping up is Nolan Rogers. Rogers with the ball. He switches fields over to, it looks like Two-Hill. Two-Hill with the ball. He has it knocked away, now controlled by the Lions. And it's Maury. Maury far sideline, working his way toward midfield. He pushes it into Chazy territory. And stepping up over there on the far side, I can't pick that up for Chazy.
Looks like Andrew Duper.
Andrew Duprey's over there. It is. He does a nice job knocking it into Elizabethtown territory. Now the ball is sent toward midfield, and it's controlled by number 7, Scaglione. He tries to find Denton, but it's Cody Two-Hill with the ball. He pushes it to Nolan Rogers. Rogers goes all the way back over to Craig Botten. Botten with the ball. He'll send it back to the open space, trying to find Two-Hill. Two-Hill with the ball, but he loses it, and it's picked up by the Lions. Lions on the far sideline, working their way down the field. Two-Hill giving chase and battling for that ball. He's trying to battle Mallory, and Mallory clears it up, and it's down to the 18, headed out by Reba. And here's a long shot, goes off of number 18, Apthorpe, and it goes far sideline, and it is throwing for Elizabethtown. And we have Phillips checking into the game, as well as number 15, Brody Hooper, for Elizabethtown, with 12:54 to go here left in the game, Joe.
Yeah, it's Chazy they were the better team this evening so far. I mean, it's the score is not the only indication of that. Their possession was, they vastly outpossessed Elizabethtown pretty much the whole evening. And Elizabethtown has, what did we say, 3 shots, 4 shots on net. 2 of them were good quality. And the rest were, you got to give Chazy defense some good credit.
Well, here come the Lions now. They will get a shot off, and it will go wide right. And that was a good effort by number 9, Hunter Malley. And now checking into the game is Morris, Austin Morris, checking in the game for Elizabethtown. So both coaches are now kind of substituting rather freely. I think they both have come to the conclusion this will probably be a Chazy victory tonight. And so it's nice to see these other players get into a game.
Oh, sure. You know, it's always good to get into a game like this. It's your main rivalry in the league, and have them see what you can do against a decent team. And it's because, believe me, Elizabethtown's still dangerous.
They're very dangerous.
The Lions haven't been defamed totally. They can come right back at you.
They may have been outplayed and beat tonight, but I'm sure they can't wait for Chazy to go to the Lions Den down in Lewis.
Yeah,
a couple weeks.
if anybody can make it down there, that is actually, I think, is the most beautiful field as far as vistas go.
It's absolutely
up
gorgeous.
there in the mountains, and if you get a sunny day and the leaves are turning, it's fabulous. The field could use a little work itself, but it's absolutely gorgeous views down there if you can make that game.
Well, Rapid fighting hard here for Chazy just outside the 18. It's cleared up, and Botten steps up in the offensive end, Jeffrey Botten. And the ball is now controlled by the Lions, and it's sent toward the middle of the field. And Dupree steps up and gives it up over to Gravel. Matt Gravel pushing it up, trying to find number 8 for Chazy, and that would be who over on the far sideline.
I cannot tell.
I can't tell from this distance. And of course, you wouldn't have
that
a
be
roster,
two?
would you?
No, I don't, of course. I'm supposed to
Ball
be
into
smarter than
Chazy
that.
territory, and here come the Lions, far sideline. They're going from left to right, and it's controlled by Maury. Maury with the ball, trying to find somebody. He's trying to get it up over to Denton. Denton doesn't get to it. It is number 11 for Chazy, and that would have been Osher. Osher has it knocked away, and now it's controlled by Maury. Maury making a nice move, looking outside the 18, trying to take a long shot. He slips, and there is a shot that should work its way to the open space, but it will skip its way out of bounds, and it does skip out, so it'll be a throw-in for Chazy, deep in their own territory with about 10 minutes to go here.
I think right now both of these teams would rather go through a root canal than finish up this last 10 minutes.
They got to be cold out.
If it was a fight, they would have stopped this and said send these guys home before these kids get sick, because I guess they're gonna play the rest of this game out.
Well, that's what you normally do at high school level, Joe. You do play the game out. Fall soccer does come with elements.
I know.
And so it's Osher trying to get to the ball, but it's cleared out by number 22, LaRock. And now it's at midfield. So there's really no control right now. It's kind of bouncing back and forth between
Well,
both
you're going to
teams.
see that with this here, but there's, Chazy's putting some good passes together. Here's Alex Sweet on the near side.
Yeah, Sweet, a nice feed from Osher. He's now deep into Elizabethtown territory. And going after the ball is a lot, trying to keep it in. So we're going to have a corner kick here for Chazy. And it looks like Sweet will take the kick. They're going to let Sweet take the kick here for Chazy with 9:07 to go. Chazy with a 4-0 lead. They've outshot the Lions of Elizabethtown Lewis 17-4. And this is the 6th corner kick of the night for Chazy. E-Town has a nothing. Nice feed here from Sweet. It's just outside the box. Now it clears its way to the far side. And there's a battle for the ball between the Lions and the Eagles, and it's won by the Lions. And the ball's at midfield. It goes off of the Lion. And Chazy thought they had to throw in, and they didn't. So it's thrown for Elizabethtown. And stepping up is Dupree. Dupree trying to get to the ball. Does a nice job defensively for Chazy. He's pushed off the ball. No whistle. And it goes out of bounds. Throw-in for Chazy. Dupree will give it up. And the throw-in comes in on the foot of... I'm not sure whose foot that was, Joe.
Joey's getting harder to see. I don't know if it's our old age or the rain, but
Probably a little bit of both.
it's coming down pretty good still. And,
One thing we do know, it is a goal kick. With 7:58 to go, Chazy with a 4-0 lead. Joe, I got a little cough here working, trying to hold it in. And there's the kick toward midfield.
Hit the ball!
And it's controlled by the Lions. And it's number 15. And that would be Hooper with the ball. And Joe, even standing up here with the rain coming in, the papers are getting wet now, and it's smudging the roster here a little bit. But on the far
You
side,
know what? You might
was
you might want to hang on to that roster
Phillips.
because these two teams have squared off a lot for the Section 7 crown in the last 20 years.
Well, you know they're playing at the Lions Den, and you know they're going to meet again in the playoffs.
So it's just the way it is, and you know, Coach Marvin is gonna.
Well, he'll look at
Good
tonight's game
boys.
and he'll
Oh,
make
sure.
some adjustments.
Well, sure. And
And, every coach does that in every game.
if you have the personnel to make the adjustments, you know, that's what you got to look at. What can I do, and how can I thwart? I mean, Chazy just basically they've done a great job moving this ball around. This team, they showed why they're going to be contenders again for the championship, because every team is going to have at least one loss, except for the Eagles after this game. And they only play a 9-game schedule in the league.
There was a nice cross by Sweet, and
yeah.
coming in was Ricky Osher, and he just headed the ball left of the net, wide of the net, I should say. And so Elizabethtown actually dodged the bullet on that one.
Sweet's made a couple nice services in there. He actually has a good foot. You give him time, he can make that pass.
Nice heel pass back to Sweet, but it's knocked out, and Botten steps up here in the defensive end. Nice play by Botten to get the ball by number 11, Morris.
Morris fighting back. Morris doing a good job getting that ball, controlling it. Going to get it to Mallory, and now we have Nolan Rogers coming up with the ball for the Eagles.
And he gets it up to Matt Gravel, and he's trying to get Dupree on the far sideline, who's coming up on the far sideline. And it's knocked out. And Joe, we have about 5 minutes left, and we'll let you do a little bit of play-by-play. How's that sound?
You know, Joey, your voice has done a great job. You must be getting a little thirsty. You can wet it down because, you know, that's hard for me to see. Like I said, we're with the middle age. We can't see as far across the field. I mean, I know most of these kids, though, for the Eagles, I'll try to do a decent job if I can. But they're going a little bit more back and forth. Alex Sweet's had a couple good services from this near side, playing the left halfback. We have number 18 going in for Elizabethtown.
And that would be Apthorpe.
Oh, beautiful. I see how you did that. Just so I can't see it. Great. Okay. Zoe set me up for failure. This is a wonderful thing. All right, we have a little bit more than 5 minutes left. Chazy is leading 4-0. They're being well played game by the Eagles. There's been a little frustration. Only a couple cards for Elizabethtown so far.
A couple. And
I mean,
if they're more frustration.
yeah, you gotta give them credit. Elizabethtown had a little bit more to do. We have Sweet here on the near side down in the Elizabethtown end. Goes out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be another corner kick for the Chazy Eagles. This is their 7th corner kick this evening. Looks like Alex Sweet, number 14 for the Eagles, setting up for the corner kick. There we go. The Eagles are getting set. We have back in defense the Botten brothers, Craig and Jeffrey. And on the far side, looks like Gay. Nice service here by Sweet down in front of the box. Lands down and just over the top of the net.
Over the Dupree.
Yeah, Andrew Dupree coming in and just putting that over the top of the net for Chazy. It's going to be another goal kick for Elizabethtown. You know, though, that's one thing you have to do when you're defending on a corner kick. You can't let that ball land. I mean, that is just such a basic fundamental in soccer that you can't do. Right now we have substitution for Elizabethtown. Huddig, number 10 coming in, and number 1. Excuse me, that would be number 5. Joey, I can't read your writing. A lot. Okay. Switching around. Coaches probably, Coach Marvin moving the boys around, seeing what they can do. Right now we have Elizabethtown on the far side with the ball. I can't really see the numbers through the haze right here that we have.
Well, I don't know if it's a haze or a real strong rain. I think it's more of a strong rain.
Yeah. But Chazy is moving the ball well on the far side of the field. Being kind of fought for. Both looks like in the middle. Like I said, it's having a hard time seeing these kids. Nolan Rogers with the ball for the Eagles on top of the box. Let's go with a left-footed shot. And Lapeer for Elizabethtown easily collects that one. Comes out to the top of the box. Lets his team set up a little bit. Goes down in the middle of the field, being fought for by Hooper. Hooper out in the middle, being challenged by Sweet. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Chazy throw. Jeff Botten for the Eagles with a throw in on the other sideline. Looking for Sweet. Looking for anybody. Goes long, trying to find, looks like Ricky Osher, number 11, being fought for by number 10, Huddig. Elizabethtown comes up with the ball. Nice defensive play right there by, can't get his number, looks like number 12 would be our buddy, Joey, I can't read your rating. but that doesn't matter.
Number 12,
Yeah.
that would have been
Joey can't read his writing. Yeah.
Andre.
Okay.
It's Andre.
Like I said, Joey set me up for failure up here. But we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna give this back to you. You're
Yeah.
gonna fail. You're gonna fail on your own.
Joe, you did a good job. You are an apprentice up here, and you did a nice job for that 3 minutes. And right now the ball is on the far
It was a long
sideline.
3 minutes.
The ball's on the far sideline is Andrew Dupre for Chazy. He's trying to find Osher, but it's controlled by the Lions. Two players on the ground, and it's controlled by Rogers. Rogers over to Dupre. Dupre trying to get it up to the offensive end here. He does a nice job on the far sideline. I still wish I knew who number 8 is for Chazy. I just can't pick that up on the far side.
Maybe Two-Hill?
No, it's not
Dupre?
Hill, and we aren't giving him his due. I know Calvin must have a roster up here, so we can find out who number 8 is for Chazy. And we have a foul on Osher, and maybe get Coach McAuliffe to let us know who's on the far side over there.
Reba, be smart here. I think you
Well, he's busy. Coach is busy, so we can't get down to him. We thought we'd give it a shot.
Who's number 8? Anybody?
And ball's at midfield, and it's cleared up to the middle of the field.
Andrew Rabideau?
And it was Andrew Rabideau
Okay.
is number 8 for Chazy. And here's an
good move there.
opportunity, and it's Gravel. Gravel fighting off the ball, trying to send it across, and it goes off the end line. So we have a corner kick for Chazy. We are in the final minute here of the game. Chazy will still stay undefeated as they lead this game 4-0. And we have the corner kick here with less than a minute to go. Chazy trying to get one more in. It goes off of the hands of the goalie, and it's cleared out. And nice job. And then the ball is by and just booms it to the far side or work its way out of bounds. And with 30 seconds from this game coming to an end, on another impressive performance here from the Eagles of Chazy as they beat Willsboro earlier this week 2-0, and now they have a 4-0 victory over Elizabethtown. We're only 20 seconds from it to being 4-0. I don't foresee any more goals here before the final whistle blows, and we're down to the final 15 seconds, and it's a throw-in on the far sideline coming into Chazy territory. And now we have the 10-second countdown here. And Chazy are going to win a big game tonight here at the very wet George Bremner Field. You're listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, Hometown Radio, WIRY or Wiley.com. We're going to be back in 3 minutes.
I can read